What's going on, ghouls and ghosties? Welcome to How to Play Ghost Watchers. So this is going to be something I really wanted to make. The reason why I'm doing this live is so that when there's no cuts, you can see pretty much what you need to do from the beginning of the game. Although, unfortunately, I have progress. I'm like level 17, so you'll have to work with me a little bit because I can't reset my progress. I mean, I'm sure maybe somehow I could probably just delete everything, but I really don't want to lose my progress. So the first thing I want to do is say, the first thing you're probably going to want to go here when you pull up your menu. You're going to click on this icon over here. You're going to pick your icon. Don't worry about drones because you don't have any money when you start. So pick your icon. That's really about it. And then, of course, this is going to be about playing the single player game. Okay? So the first thing you want to do is just go into your training base. Alright, so when you go into your training base, there's really only two major things with the training base. One is the upstairs, which is your training area. Now, when you first start out, you can see here your sensitivity on your mouse most likely will be really high. You may want to go into settings, adjust that. Also, one thing that's important is if you go into your settings, go to voice chat, make sure that the microphone that you want to use for your voice chat, in this case my Behringer C1U mic, which is the one I'm also talking to you guys on, is being selected as well. I actually, oh no, I don't want to exit that. I actually, when I first started the game, I didn't know that there was that voice chat in there, like a separate microphone selection, and it actually defaulted to something else. So I was trying to talk to ghosts, and there wasn't much luck. And if you want to test that, so you're going to come up here to your training base first, okay? Controls are going to be like your WASD, control to crouch. Tab is going to be like your, this is going to be where you input all of your stuff, like your clues. Whenever you weaken your ghost, it's going to give you all your information basically. Your encyclopedia, how to play. So tab will be one of your best friends. And of course, E is going to be to open things. If you hold down shift is run. I pretty much learned to hold it down almost like all the time. Okay, so when you go in here, this is going to be another good way to test your microphone to make sure when you select everything, just step up to the mic and then just say a phrase. Give us a sign. See? And it'll light up. So you can go through and practice these phrases. These phrases you're going to want to use. So for example, like when it says, can you talk? So you'll want to say that exact phrase. Can you talk? And if it doesn't light up, see, sometimes like in the game that won't happen either. So you might have to say like, ghost, can you talk? Can you talk? Okay. See, sometimes it, but if you say something like, can you talk to us? It may not register. So that's why you want to learn these phrases. Take a voodoo doll. Take a voodoo doll. See? So sometimes you got to repeat yourself in the game. Anyways, okay. Moving along real quick. I'm going to try to keep this as moving. There's a lot to cover. So when you're new, this is a good place to go in here real quick and to just to get familiar with when you're using a mouse and keyboard, really you have your left button, right button, and your mouse wheel. Okay, you can hold three things. Okay, now if you're like me, you have a drone. Once you get further along in the game, you'll have a drone that'll act as a flashlight. So that'll free up, kind of like you'll have 3 slots and you won't have to worry about a flashlight. But I'm going to show you when you don't have a drone, so to speak. Anyways, come in here, and this is the kind of things you can get used to. Obviously, E will pick it up. So let's say you pick up 3 items. You can cycle through your items with your mouse wheel, okay? And then you can use your right button to drop them. See? Or you can use your left mouse button to throw them. Okay? So there you go. So this is training. Like I said, this is a training room. You can use this to practice on the puppet. Again, devices like the radio. This will be like spirit voice. So you can say, "Can you talk? Can you talk?" And what's nice about the radio is you can actually use your right button and just drop it on the ground. And during an investigation, you can actually say, "Can you talk?" And it will actually work on the ground. You don't actually have to be holding it. But anyways, use this screen to have fun picking up items, using them, or holding them. Just get used to which items you can drop, throw, cycle through. Just get familiar with the controls. Other than that, and of course, maybe look and make sure you can kind of read each item, what it means. That way when you're out there, and if it wants to measure temperature, see, I'm an actual ghost hunter, so I know what an EMF is. I know what temperature stuff does. I know what all these things already do. So, but if you're not, and you want to play this game, and maybe you haven't played other games similar, then you're going to want to read. The only other thing, really, I mean, you can go in the van. There's really nothing in these things right now. The developers, this is still kind of early access, so you know, they may actually add more stuff to interact with in here. But the coolest thing is down here. You're going to have 11 empty containers. These will all be empty, and then as you capture ghosts, these are some of your first ghosts right here. The poltergeist. It'll also tell you how many you caught. In this case, I caught 6 poltergeists. Now I'm not going to ruin the rest of them for you, but you can see there are a bunch in there. Okay. I've got all of them, but it's really cool to start collecting them, and then also collect multiple copies of them. You know, because sometimes you're like, "Ooh, I only have 1," or "I only have 2," you know, and you want more, and some of them you have like 9. Okay, so that's really about it for the training base. Other than that, you can run around, you can walk around. There is a secret room that you can access. The secret room is kind of cool to check out. If you want to learn how to do the secret room, you'll just have to go on my YouTube channel, subscribe, and hit like. But go into my live videos, because I do almost all my Ghostwatcher stuff live. I rarely ever record and edit. I just like to do it all live for you. But I actually have a live video where I show you how to get into the secret room. It's a short video, so go check it out. All right, so once you're done, you hit escape, hit exit. All right, and okay, so by the way, if you are chatting in here during this training video, if you have questions, if you're new to this and you have a question, you can pop in here if you need to. Okay, so what you're gonna do, new game takes you to the internet. So if you want to go join a public game or create a public game, or if you want to do a private game, invite friends, this is all where you'd go for that. Again, you can just connect to a game where somebody else already started a lobby and all that. And of course, single player, this is what we're going to be focusing on. And of course, training place, there's a how to play, there's settings. This is another chance for you to adjust all your stuff. Okay, and let's do a single player. Now, there's 4 maps that you'll have access to as a new person. You'll have access to abandoned house, city school, police station, and church. Now, we're going to focus on the abandoned house for today, or right now. And the first thing, there's also what's called modifiers. Now, again, the default modifier that comes with this is called collection of ectoplasm. We're not going to get into that right now, because you want to play maybe like 2 or 3 ghost hunts successfully. Like you want to capture 2 or 3 ghosts, build up, you know, at least maybe almost $1,000, and then you can start doing collection of ectoplasm, where you may have to use a little bit of money sometimes, but you'll get more money, more experience. So after you catch like 2 or 3 ghosts, go ahead, and then you're going to want to do the collection of ectoplasm. And I also talk about that in another video when I talk about ectoplasm. So if you go look in the ones that talk about it, you can see where I go into detail about ectoplasm and how to grind up to level 10 so you can unlock all the ghosts. Okay, so we're not going to do the ectoplasm. You're going to start game. Now, when you're new, you only get like the first 5 ghosts. Okay? Okay, so you're going to start off in your van and you get all kinds of stuff. So you get a lot of things. And of course, here's all your bonus objectives. Now, again, in the beginning, like lighting all the candles, taking photos, things like that, don't stress about when you're new. The biggest thing is just getting used to the evidence. So what I like to do, remember, I have a drone, so I'm going to turn off my drone, and I'm going to act like I don't have a drone. So what I like to do is I take my small flashlight, my Ouija board, and my voodoo doll. These are like the longest experiments to get used to. Now, you heard the sound, that means your timer started, so what I like to do is I come in here and I personally like to go ahead, throw that down, and I like to throw those things down there in the light. And then when I come back, I'm going to get my notebook, my radio, and my particle counter. And I'm going to get those inside on the ground. Okay? I'm going to go back out to the truck, and I'm going to grab my flashlight, my EMF, and my temperature. Now, in the beginning, you typically don't have to stress about dying. Okay? So, the first thing we're going to probably want to do is, let's set our temperature gauge down. Actually, I forgot. I'm a little spoiled. I usually have UV on my drone. But grab your UV. So, now you notice I have a big flashlight and there's a little one. I like to put the little one down here because the big one is a lot easier for me to use. But here's where you're going to start looking. You're going to take your UV and you want to start, I like to start scanning for any kind of footprints, blood stains. And there's usually, oh god, oh god. So don't panic, don't panic. A little bit of a jump scare. Okay, so we have a red 3. If you look, it goes all the way to red 3 down there on the EMF. Okay? So that's definitely a major clue. Okay? Now, I know you can't see a whole lot right now. And sometimes you may have to go back and forth when you're new, just to kind of get used to the map. But I'm just trying to look through here. So I'm just trying to look through, and I'm trying to find, and right now I really don't see any footprints. So we're just going to leave our UV right here. I'm going to grab the temperature. Okay. Now, here's another tip when you're new. Come outside, okay, and step out on the front porch, because when you start out on normal mode, the ghost can't get you outside of the house. Don't go to hard when you're new, because there's no incentive to go to hard mode, because you get the same experience really and the same money. So don't think that you're just giving yourself an extra challenge when you're new. Like, just start out normal and get used to it. So that noise means that our particle counter has got everything. But anyways, so we're going to enter the EMF. Look, red 3. So this starts now. If you're new and if you're under level 10, if you're levels 1 through 9, then it would have to be the darkness. But since I'm over level 10, it can be the demon or the puppet. I also want to point out the Jing Shi over here. This actually can pop up, or this actually is a level 10. So these first 5, the poltergeist, gallows, the child, the drowned, and the darkness, those are all ones for for under level 10. Okay. Now, we've kind of gone a little bit. We've kind of gone a little bit without, and we may start getting to, after a certain amount of time, the ghost can start trying to kill you. Now, the reason why I told you not to panic earlier, when you saw the fingers come around your face and drag you, or me, and drag us away, that's because in like Phasmophobia, it usually means like you're dead or something, if you played Phasmophobia. But if you haven't played that game, this game, whenever that finger comes, it's going to drag you to a location. So don't panic. When I first started playing, I panicked and I was trying to like either cycle through things. Sometimes I drop things, like I'd hit them. I didn't know what to do. I thought I had to like fight. Don't panic. Just ride it out. And if you have an EMF meter on you, you actually can get a reading. Okay. So right now I want to start carrying some potential protection. So right now I selected the darkness. This tells me what all protects me, and then what protects and irritates. I'm going to look at the other choices, and I'm going to try to find something common. So it looks like silver bombs. Looks like pretty much silver bombs and gold bombs will protect me no matter what. So I'm going to at least keep a silver bomb on me just in case I get attacked. And you'll know you're going to get attacked when you start moving in slow motion and you start hearing a bunch of whispering. That's usually a sign of either get outside or get your protection. Okay, so let's look. Oh, right here. See how the light's flashing? You hear the whispering? Like, we're gonna get back outside and we're gonna wait. Oh my god! Now you see how it looks like a phantom? Okay, that's because we haven't solved the mystery yet. All ghosts start and they look like that. Okay. Oh, I still get terrified by this game, by the way. Okay, so here's the particle counter. It says 1 to 500, and nothing else. We have no other evidence. So I like to step out here, and I'm going to mark my particle counter as 1 to 500. This is going to narrow down the ghost age to either young or middle. So we still don't know. We probably need a temperature to really find out what this is. Okay, it's trying to attack me again. Now you can't get a temperature from out here. So what I'm going to do... Oh god, there we go. So I'm going to switch. I'm not going to panic. I'm going to switch the temperature. Okay, it's hot. See, the temperature goes way up to 50 Celsius and 120. So it's really hot. Now we're going to try to hurry up. I'm going to try to get out. Oh my god. Let's try to get out of here. Okay, so it's really hot. We're going to document that. You have 3 choices. Okay, so it's going to either be a demon or a puppet. Now, I'm not sure. Now, we haven't seen any blood stains, so I'm thinking it's going to be a demon. Remember how we walked around with the UV light and we didn't see anything? Usually you would see a footprint or a blood stain or nothing. In this case, we didn't see anything, so it's probably going to be a demon, which means now we can find out more specific. Okay, so we still need to get some more evidence because we have to guess the ghost type, the ghost age, and the ghost mood. So we need to find out a little more. So here's where we can start talking to the ghost. Leave a note. Oh, he just left a note. And it's a skull. See? He just drew a skull. Okay. He was about to attack me and I told him to leave a note and he stopped it and did the note. So that was pretty cool. Alright, here we go. Now, let's log in our... We always want to log in your stuff before you forget. So, skull. So we definitely confirmed it's a demon. Okay. Now, we need to try to either get the Ouija board to move, the radio, or the voodoo doll. Now there's 3 choices for either one. Either he's not going to interact, or there's 2 other things. Now the radio actually has 2 things. Either it's going to be crying or growling. So to try to get the Ouija board... Okay, now look, the Ouija board is moving side to side. See the planchette moving? Okay, he's trying to attack me. And sometimes it's okay to, if you're out here, oh my god, if you're out here, it's okay. Don't stress, especially when you're new. The outside is your best friend. So we mark moves from side to side, and now we know that it's going to be middle-aged. So middle-aged demon. Now we just gotta find out about the radio or the voodoo doll. Okay, so with the voodoo doll, we can actually say, take a voodoo doll. Take a voodoo doll. Okay, he was getting ready to attack me, but he didn't do anything with the voodoo doll. Let's see if he can talk to us. Can you talk? Oh my god. Can you talk? Okay, you hear the growling? Okay, here we go. Wow. So now we're gonna do growl. And then the voodoo doll, he doesn't seem to interact with it right now, so we're just gonna mark that here. So this is our 3 answers. Once you think that you have the 3 clues, okay, the voodoo doll still hasn't moved. Once you believe you have the 3 clues, you're going to come over here and you're going to select upload data. Now when you select upload data, that means, that means you're actually going to, that means you picked and you highlighted your 3 answers in green. So we're going to upload data. Okay, here we go. The demon, middle, aggressive. And now we're going to hit confirm. Okay, so when you hear that noise and that pulse and everything, that means we just materialized the demon, which means he's not going to look like that phantom. He's actually going to look like the demon now. So scary. Now this is, once you materialize it, this is where you're going to enter the catching phase. So now that you solved the mystery, now you have to weaken the ghost and you have to catch it. And of course the first step is always materializing. That's how you enter. So if you go to weaken ghost, you always start with materialize and you always catch. Now you won't know the order of things until you solve the mystery, then it'll all show up for you. So the next step is holy fire. Okay? Now this is where, when you're new, you don't have money, so you don't want to waste these things. Okay, and this screen here, which I didn't know about either until, a little bit, I never paid attention. It tells you what your last correct action was. Of course, we only did materialize the ghost. So the next step is holy fire. So here's holy fire. Actually, we don't need the temperature anymore. Okay. So here's holy fire. So the only way you can throw this with the left button, or you can hit him with it with the left button when he attacks you. Okay, we're gonna... Now, again, you can either wait to be attacked. If he's pretty aggressive, so he may attack us. Do I have protection? Yes. And you always want to check your protections. Oh, here he comes. So get your holy fire ready. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Is he coming? Oh god. What is he doing? I get nervous when he goes to attack and... Oh my god. Okay, he didn't show up. Sometimes they'll do that. They'll go to attack you and then they actually don't show up. So just be ready. Give it a second. Sometimes it's delayed. It's not delayed this long usually. Oh, here we go. Get your holy fire ready. And remember, don't panic. Oh Oh my god. What the heck? Yes, you can. Oh. Oh god. Now. Oh god. Here he comes. Oh, he gave me chills when he came down the stairs and went around. Ah! There we go. Alright, we hit him with it. See, it tells us we hit him with the holy fire. It's okay to scream, especially when you're new. Okay, holy salt. Holy salt's our next step. I told you, this game still terrifies me. That's why I love this game. I hope you like it too. Alright. Holy salt. Now, I could have thrown that at him, but sometimes they disappear on you, and it just can get bad. There we go. See how he pulled one of those creepy things, and he... Oh. And, okay, now, if you look, we got another objective. So, we actually got the light 3 candles, and you may be saying, how did we get that objective? We didn't light any candles. Well, actually, one of the traits of the demon is he sometimes lights candles. Okay, so here's going to be the tricky thing. The next step is close all the doors. So yeah, the demon, I have double protection. If you have the option to take more than one, definitely take more than one. Okay, so I'm gonna go closing doors. You just have to really start, and sometimes you have to kind of, oh god, run. Ooh. Yeah, if you can try to get outside, I told you, always try to save your stuff. Because, like, for example, if you have to golden bomb them, if you throw a golden bomb, then you have to go buy one. And if you're new, you may not have the money for it. Okay. Oh, and see how aggressive he is? Now, when you're new, you're probably not going to face as aggressive ghosts. So don't panic. Okay. I'm going to go check the doors down here. We have a basement door, which is closed. The back door is closed. So far, it looks like every door except for there. Okay, and the front door. So upstairs is probably an open door. Oh god. This is the patience you want to have. This is why I do this, though. I do this live, so you can see what you have to go through without cuts. So that way you realize what it's really like. Oh, there is one more door. Yep. So shut that door. Shut that door. Shut that door. Now, I've learned this map pretty well. Oh my god. Oh god, we're gonna have to use our, probably gonna have to use our bomb. It's coming. Oh. Oh, I made it outside to the back door, guys. Again, I've learned the map. So, definitely try to get used to the map whenever you can. Okay. We got all the doors closed. Golden bomb. Okay, now I'm going to teach you guys something too, since you're new. When you're looking at the list, okay, you notice that we have the golden bomb, we have to do a plasma absorber, and then we have to blow out all the candles. So what I like to do is I like to get my golden bomb ready, and I actually will start going around trying to blow out candles, waiting to be attacked, because obviously you know he's going to attack you. And that's where you're going to use your golden bomb. But you know he's got candles. And now we don't have to worry about the doors, by the way. So, alright, so there's a candle, and you just use the E to blow them out, your interact button. So I'm just going to go hit up all these candles. And again, you probably won't know if you got them all. Yeah, I'm just doing it to kill time. Okay, I got my golden bomb ready. Stressed. Okay. That's a cursed toy. There's a couple different cursed toys, by the way. Okay, there's some more candles lit. You gotta get the... Oh god, here he comes. Here he comes, here he comes! Okay, you see how we golden bombed him? Ow. Okay, so the next thing... I try to get all the candles blown out ahead of time. But the next thing is plasma absorber. What's cool about this is you're pretty much going to go and set this right here. Because this is like a main pathway. Or actually, even better, you probably could just set this right here. And run. Oh god. So I set it at the top of the stairs because that's a major like pathway point. So either you can set it up there, or I like to set it right here as well. All good places usually. So sometimes you have to be patient. If you want, you can try to lure him there if you want to go up the stair, or you know. But he will if he passes by that. Oh, there you go. See, it activated. Oh my god. And if you notice, the blow out the candles, remember I told you, if you can get ahead of it sometimes, there you go. So now, the last step, catch a ghost. So, grab your ghost catcher. Now, at this point, your ghost is at its complete weakest, which means you're going to be able to see him walking around, or her, most of the time. Alright, so now you just got to look around for your ghost. Usually they like to go upstairs or downstairs, and they're hanging around the hallways or whatever. Just be careful. Don't just run right into them. That's scary. There you go. Okay, so there. Now you get your... Oh god. Get your ball ready. Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go. You caught your first ghost. So you'll get 325 coins, or you know, it can vary. You can, experience wise, you can get up to like 350, I think is the highest I got one time when you're grinding, but the experience will vary depending on, I think, your bonus objectives and solving things, all those things. But this is awesome. So that's what you want to do. You really want to now here's what I would recommend. When you're new, your first, until you get to level 10, honestly, I would not do the city school or the police station. Save those. Save them until you get to level 10. Okay? So, I would do the church or the house. If you're not comfortable with the church, do the abandoned house. But the church isn't too bad. Believe it or not, it's not as bad as you think. It's a pretty decent one. Now, what I'm going to show you is, so when you're learning this game, what I want you to do is I want you to do at least 2 or 3 successful catches, just like I showed you. Go in there step by step, put your stuff right, you know, and you can do it for all the maps. You can put the stuff kind of like right toward the inside. Get all your stuff in there, your experiments, figure it out. And what I want you to do is, after like 2 or 3, I want you to go in here and I want you to select collection of ectoplasm. This is going to be a more challenge, but you're going to get more experience and more money. Actually, quite a bit more. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how to do that. So the main difference in the ectoplasm modifier is that your ghost trap is locked up. It requires the deposit of 3 ectoplasms to unlock. The way to get ectoplasm is with your collector. There's 3 collections that you need to get. 2 of them are in the map right now. There's a 3rd one that the ghost will drop once you scare him enough. He'll drop ectoplasm. So what I like to do is sometime toward the beginning, try to find the first 2 ectoplasms, and then when you start the weakening process, then you're going to try to get your third one. So you'll see what I'm talking about. So now, if you notice, again, I have a drone. So you see, I have a flashlight. It's not the brightest flashlight, but it's a constant flashlight, which means I have 3 slots I don't have to worry about. So again, my advice to you is, once you do this and you grind up over $6,000, maybe even when you get closer to like $6,500 or $6,600, go buy the nice drone. Don't bother with the $5,000 drone. Just go ahead, save up the money, and get the $6,000 flashlight / UV drone. I'm going to show you what that's like and why that's awesome. So for me, I don't have to worry about a flashlight or a UV. So what I like to do is grab the big one, the big flashlight, and I still grab the same order of stuff. Except I just use the big flashlight for my experiments instead of the small ones. Okay, notebook. So you're still gonna grab your stuff like normal. And I got snagged already. Okay. Now, when you get snagged in the beginning, can you talk? Okay, you hear that growling? Actually, we can just leave that out here. We can leave that out here in the weeds. I just threw it in the bushes. So when you get snagged like that in the beginning, it's usually aggressive. And I don't mean, I just mean it's either haunting or aggressive. Okay, radio, growl. See, it's either aggressive or haunting, right off the bat. Okay. So, temperature, EMF, and I can bring my video camera. So, I want to also show you, when you're new, about the video camera. What I like to do with the video camera, this is kind of my own personal thing, is sometimes I like to put the voodoo doll and the Ouija board in the same, I always put them near each other, and I'll show you why. Once you have a video camera, you can actually come in here and you can cycle through your cameras. So if you have one camera, you can have it on all 4. If you have others, you can cycle through other cameras. Okay? So with here, you can actually see the voodoo doll, and I can actually see the Ouija board. So if you're in here, or if you have a team member, that's how you use the video cameras. Again, these are all different protection items. I've never used the ritual dagger. I just never have. I'm not sure. I personally I wouldn't even mess with it when you're new. Don't worry about it. And then the lighter is what you would use to light candles. However, you can pick up holy fire and use the holy fire and walk around, and you don't even have to worry about lighting it. You just walk up to a candle and it'll light. So, a little bit of advice for you. Okay, let's go try to find out what this thing is here. This aggressive ghost. All right, so Wait, why do I feel like I'm missing something? Oh yeah, we already got the growl. So, leave a note. Okay, it did. Skull. Tell about yourself. Okay, that's random movement. Take a voodoo doll. Okay, we're getting particle counter. Okay, I'm gonna step out. Well, oh god, it's starting to attack me. I don't even have any protection. Okay, so we said it's a skull, and we said it moves randomly, and so far nothing. So whatever it is ancient. So our particle counter right here is probably going to say 500 to 1,000, and it does. Okay, and we got an EMF of 5. Did you guys see that? We got 5 on the EMF. I don't see anything on temperature yet. 5 EMF. Alright, so we're narrowing this down to the Drowned, Dream Devour, or Jingxi. Ooh, we're starting. Oh, it's dropping. We went down to 0. Oh, run. Now, I'm not sure. It could be a Jingxi. It could be. I don't know yet. But, let's delete the thermometer just now. If it's drowned, we're gonna have to get a silver bomb, I think. I think silver bomb's universal right now. See, you don't want to waste too much of your protection. Okay. Take a voodoo doll. Again, when you have an aggressive ghost, it's tough. It really is. Do a flip. Trashy panda. Can't do a flip, buddy. Sorry. Alright, here we go. So when you get snagged... Okay, you see how it says minus 15? Okay. It's aggressive, so we need to get out of here. Okay, so we know actually minus 15. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Gotta get outside. Get outside! Ooh. Whew. Okay. So we actually got a more accurate temperature reading that time, which means now we can actually narrow this down. It's actually going to be either the Drowned or Dream Devour. Now this depends on the footprints. The Drown, or if there is blood stains, it's the Dream Devour. If it's the Drowned, it's not going to leave anything. So we need to narrow this down. So the Jesus statue works there, and only kind of a still 50-50. I still have to just use the silver bombs. So we're gonna try to go through here real quick. Hold on. From experience, if it's hunting near the chicken coop, it's probably a poultrygeist. I'm actually really interested You seem smart. Please be patient with me. That's alright. Again, this is sort of the tutorial, like a live tutorial for beginners on this. I've got some other streams where I play the more... Well, I play this, but just... But this game is still terrifying to me, so... So again, I'm looking for bloodstains or don't leave a trace. And right now, I'm not seeing anything. So, I think... I want to say this is probably going to be the drowned. If I had to guess. Alright, I don't think there is anything. I think it's going to be the drowned. It's going to be ancient. And I think it's either going to be aggressive or haunting. But I have... Has it done anything to the voodoo doll yet? Oh, yeah, look. Oh, shit. Yeah, the voodoo doll's... No, the voodoo doll's still there. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's check our feed. Yeah, the voodoo doll hasn't even moved. So, let's just assume it's not going to interact. So here's our three potential choices. The drowned, ancient, and aggressive. So we have 3 chances to get it right. See, there's 3 chances. So let's see if we get it right. Alright, we got it right. So again, once you get it right... Okay, now the cool thing is right here, one of the protections is the Jesus statue. What's nice about the Jesus statue, like the cross, the Jesus statue, and the incense have 3 uses each. So it's kind of like having 3 lives, or 3 get out of, or don't die things. 3 protections. So that's a good thing. All right, the first thing we got to do is hit it with holy salt, and then we got to open 5 taps. So what I'm going to do is grab some holy salt. Oh, and sometimes you can look at your, oh my god, we got to do the ectoplasm. So yes. So let's kind of weaken it up a little bit. Let's hit it with some holy salt first. I'm going to try to open some taps too. Because you're supposed to open 5 taps on the next step. There's 1, 2... Probably upstairs. Oh, oops. Probably upstairs. Oh, yep. Oh god, I hear it. Oh god! Ah! Jesus. Oh my god. Okay, and we got the open 5 taps. Okay, so now I'm gonna start showing you guys how to collect ectoplasm. I told you this bitch still terrifies me. Okay, so to collect the ectoplasm, you want to look here, and it tells you ectoplasm reacts to the tool Holy Fire. There's 3 tools ectoplasm responds to. Either UV, or you have to look through your little, like your video camera, like the screen, or your camera, or Holy Fire. And in this case, Holy Fire. So if you walk around with Holy Fire, it will actually show you where the ectoplasm is. Oh, right here. There's one. Now this one here, she probably dropped that when we hit her. So I'm looking around for any others. We just want to remember where we seen them. Okay, trying to hurry up. Oh god. Oh god, she's coming. I hear her. Oh, she's coming. Oh god. Oh god! Oh god, get away, get away, get away! Jesus Christ, she's terrifying. Oh my god, she's terrifying. Oh. Okay. Okay, so we know we have the one down here. Now we gotta go upstairs and look for ectoplasm. Oh, there's one here. So we got in the girls' closet. And the reason why I'm turning off taps is because that's going to be one of the steps. So I'm just trying to stay kind of ahead of it. Oh my god, here she comes. There we go. There we go. Oh god, here we go. Oh! Gee, go away, go away, go away! Oh gosh, she's terrifying. Okay, so we know we have here the girl bedroom in there. Let's get out of here. We're down to one use on our Jesus statue. Okay, so let's. Okay, from your profile, you have been in the game for a while. House with extra roommates who don't pay rent. She seems nice with her name, right? Yeah, this is the drown. I'm up to level 17. I've collected all the ghosts, so that's kind of why I'm trying to help other people that haven't played this a whole lot to learn from some of the things that I had to learn when I didn't even know how to play this at all. I was like, when I first started, like people. So that's kind of why I did this, just to really try to help. All right. So here's what we need to do, guys. We have to go collect that ectoplasm. But once you start sucking in that ectoplasm, she's going to attack. Usually, like 90% of the time. So you want to look on here and look either in the protection column or the protects and irritate. Right here is withering light. Usually it's either withering light or right here, the plasma absorber. In this case, the withering light. You only get 3 uses. So remember, when you're new, you got to be really careful with this because this is $300. Once you use all 3, to go buy more over here at the shop, like I said, it's $300, a very expensive item. Okay, so I've got my protection, I've got my collector, and I've got my withering light. I've got my holy fire there to mark the ectoplasm. Okay, wait, speaking of which, hold on. Wait. Do we have to take a photo of the ectoplasm, by the way? Take photo of ectoplasm. Okay. Well, here we go. Maybe did you want to chat later? I'll let you get back to the tutorial. Well, I don't mind. Like I said, it's all good. I'm always interactive with chat. It's all good. Like I said, you know, if you have questions about the game, whatever, it don't matter to me. Whatever you want to do. Okay. So now we're gonna set our there, and you gotta hold down the button all the way till 100%. Okay, she's coming. I heard her coming. Now we got away with not having to use the withering light, so that's awesome. Come here, you just press the left button again. There we go. We just deposited 1 of 3. Now we got the girl bedroom and the bathroom upstairs. Girl bedroom is up to the left. Oh my god, freaky! Look at her up in the corner, creepy bitch. All right, here we go. We're gonna try to make it up. Oh god, she's gonna attack me. We're gonna run back outside. So yeah, Trashy Panda, if you're still there. I didn't know if you were asking about real paranormal investigations, but if you have questions about real paranormal investigation stuff too, yeah, definitely chat with me. I've been, you know, my wife and I, we've been involved in paranormal off and on over 25 years. I've done appearances. We do investigations. I got a series on a streaming platform. I've got live investigations on YouTube there on my YouTube channel here. I got a book out on Amazon and in the public library. Oh my God, creepy. Oh my God, look at this creepy bitch. Okay, we have to get up to that damn... I've got to get upstairs. Here we go. Wait. I was gonna say, I knew it was here. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Okay, there we go. The withering light protected us. Okay. Now you want to grab it. Oh my God. She just did a creepy move on me. Always grab your withering light. Okay, there we go. Now the third one is in that upstairs bathroom. Oh my God. The upstairs bathroom is to the right and to the right. Oh God. Yeah, real ones. Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to know or whatever you want to talk about. Oh my God, creepy. I know sometimes the game has certain scripted moments in here, but it still terrifies me. Oh God, come on. Come on, please work, please work. Oh my God! Jesus! Now, you notice, this is why you always want to have extra protection, guys. Because... Okay, I'm not going to go around the house. We're going to cut through, we're going to cut through. Oh, okay. So that's how you get all three. Once you deposit, there you go. Now you get your trap. But yeah, I mean, been in the game. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing paranormal investigations for a long time. Like I said, my wife and I, we used to do preliminary investigations for the TV show Ghost Hunters way back in the early 2000s. Because, I don't know, I just like watching ghost hunting videos. I find them interesting. The problem is I see things all the time, so it's hard to tell what's real and what's real. So, that's a really good point. And I'm definitely going to talk about that. I'll talk about it right now, but let me do this. So, Withering Light. Open all 5 taps. Oh, we have to Golden Bomber now. There we go. Got a Golden Bomber. Okay, so you're the Trashy Panda. Look, honestly, I'll just be honest with you. Most of what you see on the internet is on YouTube, especially. A lot of things are faked. A lot of things. I mean, good Lord, so many things because it's such an easy thing for YouTubers to do. In fact, probably the higher the sub count, probably the more they fake. I hate to say that, but some of your real high channels that have, you know, either over 100K or even over 1 million that do paranormal stuff, yeah, they're usually like the most dramatic, and that's why people watch them. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh my God, go away. Oh, so horrible. Now we have to close all the taps. So this, now I noticed she turned some back on, so we're gonna hurry up and see what we can do. But yeah, so it really is hard to say. Now, the one thing I will say, a lot of these guys that go out in these really, really haunted places, you'll see they'll do an investigation and they do fake things, but they do capture some real things sometimes. And usually what they capture the real stuff. Oh god, oh god. Oh, Jesus, you're so creepy. I like the objective style, looking to debunk everything and what remains is unknown. Yeah, and unfortunately, and honestly, I'm just being completely honest with you, people like that generally will not have a lot of subs. Like the TV shows do well, like in the beginning, like when you look at Ghost Hunters, when you had taps like with Jay and Grant, when they first came out in 2004, if you really watch the first season, maybe even the second season, the first couple seasons, they were very much about debunking. Like that was a lot closer to more of probably what they really did. As they went further in seasons, they had to become more and more dramatic, and they had to do bigger locations and like commercial stuff, and you know. Okay, so we closed all the taps. Now we have to hit her with Withering Light. There we go. Actually, we can probably put that right here. And I got one use of Jesus statue here. Then they got caught cheating from memory. Well, again, this is what I'm saying. It's like everything evolved. When Ghost Hunters came out in 2004, over the next couple of years, we went from Ghost Hunters being the only paranormal show on TV to 33, I think it got to 33 different paranormal shows throughout different cable channels. It just blew up. And of course, you have all the dramatics. But then as YouTube became the next phase, as people kind of got away from cable TV and YouTube became a primary source for a lot of people, all these other channels started to do these reality kind of going out, and I don't, you know, and they started doing these videos. But again, they started finding ways to either use invisible thread, strings, like fishing line, masking, all these different things, sound effects, you know, whatever. They started finding all these things to do. So it's just one of those situations where, because they started seeing where when you had these first channels that were doing these techniques, and they were blowing up, and they're making like tons of money. I mean, we're talking millions of followers, or at least 1 million or so, and they're blowing up. They got all these followers. So of course, oh god, there we go. So we just hit with the Withering Light. Now it's time to catch the ghost. Here we go. Alright, so guys, I wanted to show you from start to finish what it's like to do the ectoplasm, because this is what you're... Oh god! Woo! Alright, see, now you can see when you have the ectoplasm modifier, you get 875 coins, 800 experience. This is like 2.5 times more than just playing normal. That's why I told you, when you're trying to grind up to level 10, you definitely want to do that. So let me do this. Let's go out here, because I'm also having a conversation with Trashy Panda, and he's like, we got one. I almost picture you using that Janine voice in Ghostbusters. That's what I'm picturing. I think that might be what you're quoting. I just went into here because I wanted to, you know, also discuss. So guys, yeah, see, I knew, because I'm like so much into ghost hunting over the years, like, you know, when you have those quotes, right? But okay, but so guys, real quick on the tutorial, I just want to let you know, if you've watched up to this point, then you should know how to pretty much play the game normal, and then some advice, and then also do the ectoplasm after about at least 3 successful hunts. Because again, with the ectoplasm, you might end up having to like buy a few more extra little things if you accidentally use something or whatever, trying to protect yourself gathering the ectoplasm. So that's why I said you want to give yourself at least about $1,000 head start. But then once you get up to that level 10, you know, you're going to unlock all the ghosts, play the other maps. And now what I would also recommend too is once you get to level 10, take the ectoplasm modifier off, go back to normal, and just check out the new ghosts, because it's a whole nother challenge. And then once you start getting used to that again, if you want to start grinding some more money, build up for that drone, whatever. But you should have the drone if you get to level 10. But so anyways, right now for the rest of this video, I'm just kind of hanging out in the training room and talking to the Trashy Panda. We're just discussing real paranormal versus YouTube fake paranormal. So, but what I was also commenting earlier about the industry, like, again, my wife and I had the unique opportunity to, you know, when the Ghost Hunters first took off in 2004, once we started getting into 2005 and, you know, later on, they needed help, and, you know, like second season, stuff like that. So we were able to, yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and what. But we were able to go in and start doing preliminary investigations for the TV show. It was really cool. We used to get cases from like email from Donna LaCroix, and we would get the emails, and then we would contact the people, and we'd set up and do like a preliminary investigation. And then once that was done, I would do an email and send it back to Donna, and usually recommend yay or nay or whatever. So it was really cool. But we also got to see, the industry sort of develop. Now, I do have regrets, and because my wife and I, for a while, we kind of put paranormal on the side. We stepped away after a while for just a little bit because we had a child later in life, so to speak. So we didn't really want to have that paranormal around us because my wife was high risk pregnancy. So we did step away for a little bit, but we came back, but we always kind of kept it on the side for a while. And then, like, the YouTube thing started really taking off, and I'm like, well, you know, we got all this experience. So, like, 3, almost 4 years ago, I decided to go ahead and start just doing a live show every Thursday, and started having guests on, and, you know, just, we've been evolving the channel. Again, I got back out in the field. We got a show on Paraflix called Para Explorers. We're in season 1. We're filming, you know, we've got 4 episodes filmed, 2 of them released. And of course, doing live investigations. And I got to be a celebrity guest at CreepyCon in Knoxville recently at the end of September. I'm going to be a special guest at Hexpo. So, and I'm not bragging, but we got to see a lot of cool things as this development. But I wish we would have kind of started the media stuff a long time ago, because what's really weird is that you watch all these channels, like whenever you have like over 100,000, like when you see these channels that start getting pretty big, it's like their egos get big, and they all of a sudden they're like the paranormal experts. And because I only have 1,200 subs, it's like I don't know as much as them or whatever. And it's like, listen, son, I've been doing this, you know, sometimes older than they are, for some of these younger guys. But either way, you know, I don't really have an ego. I just like to go out and have fun. I like to collab with different channels. But again, that's one of the things that we've learned about the paranormal industry, is just that there's so much fakery out there. So, but again, the real people don't get as many subs. You know, it's hard. If you look at my live investigations on my channel, if you watch them, you're going to see that you're not going to see the typical fake stuff. You'll see EVPs, you'll see some Dowsing Rod sessions, you know, maybe a knock or two or something, but these are all real things that happen that I captured, and there's not like strings and movements and junk like that. Like it's not over dramatized like that. Again, but people don't always want that. They want the dramatics. That's why they watch like a soap opera, like a paranormal soap opera. But yeah, that's Matt. I'm so glad I found your channel. Yeah, me too. I mean, definitely. Um, and one thing too, since I wish I could go ghost hunting myself, but I have a disability that prevents me from doing so. I mean, you know, sometimes when you are in those situations, it's like you live vicariously through YouTube, right? I mean, that's kind of that is one of the positives about social media is people that have disabilities or people that are stuck in the house. I mean, some people, they just can't even leave their house, or they just can't be out in society, or some people don't want to go out on a real investigation, but they want to witness it. If that makes sense. It's like they don't have the courage to actually go there themselves, but watching it through YouTube or TV or whatever, they can sort of act like they're there. So I would also recommend too, if you're interested in what I call like real investigations. Um, there's my buddy, who he kind of had to retire from investigating, but he still has his team out there, which is spectraltech.org, I believe, is the website. They're very scientifically driven as far as debunking. Like, they really don't. Now, as far as like, I don't know if they have a lot of YouTube type stuff, but as far as YouTube wise, I would also recommend Virginia Paranormal Investigations or Investigators. I don't remember which, but it's also their. They say Vapy, like VAPI, but if you look up Virginia Paranormal Investigations, Jeff and them, they're also from all the videos I've watched of them, they're very much like a real investigation. Like, they don't do a lot of the dramatics. Like, and he's a pretty funny guy, but they do a lot of the real stuff. And I would say this, and it's not a dig toward my friends, but when you watch the real investigations, they're typically pretty boring. And that's what people don't understand is paranormal investigating typically is pretty boring. When you're out there, especially with a team, you're there, a lot of things don't always happen. You catch a lot more in evidence review than you do live, actually at the location. But when you watch a lot of these paranormal channels, they make you think the other way, like all these things are happening, and then later on they show you, hey, we were able to capture some of this on camera. But they make it seem like all these other things and blah blah blah. And I'm a little guilty of that too when it comes to when I'm out there filming. I do try to hype it up a little bit because, if I hear a noise, normally if I'm not on camera, I'm just going to be like, I wonder what that was, like, But when you're playing it for people, you want to have at least a little bit of entertainment. You're gonna be like, what was that? You. But what I don't do is, like, I won't like put a string on something and like do that kind of fakery. So, and I think there's a big difference between sort of acting it up, like acting up whatever real happens, or acting up and faking stuff. I hate it. I hate it when they jump to conclusions. I heard a bang and it must be a ghost. And that's another big thing too. And that's one of the things we've always complained about. And again, it's funny, like, a lot of it comes with experience too. Like, when there's like this evolution. And it's so funny because, like, there's some of these guys I meet, they've only been investigating for a couple of years. Maybe they'll say they investigate a long time, but you really only see them kind of pop up, and they're like, and sometimes they'll be like, hey, you see a lot of amateur and rookie mistakes, but there's just this certain thing, and they'll be like, oh, I don't believe in this, this, and this, and this, or I don't do protections, I don't do these things, this is all I do, I don't, blah, 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 blah. And it's just so funny because there's this evolution. Eventually, they'll learn, and they'll get to a point where they'll look back and be like, man, I can't believe I didn't do these. I didn't protect myself. I didn't do these certain things. it's just this evolution that you go through as an investigator. But it's funny because all along the way, everybody thinks they know the best. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. But when you do this long enough, you just kind of start seeing a lot of the patterns, and you kind of start seeing some of the same things. So you kind of know, like, you know, what was that? Could have been a ghost. I don't know. You have to figure out what it was. I mean, it's hard to say, but you're right. When they jump to conclusions, it can be frustrating, especially when they're just like, "Oh my God, you know, that was definitely paranormal. Like, it couldn't have been anything else." It's like, well, there's probably about 20 other things that probably could have been, actually. So, but yeah, again, it's just some of these guys, they have to take a combination of noises, door slams, all kinds of stuff, and then they have to really just hype up every single thing, and then also add some fake stuff in there. But I will tell you, there's a lot of real EVPs. Some of those are hard to fake. Some of them I'll listen to, and they're very questionable on the EVPs, but a lot of the EVPs you can definitely hear. But anyways, all right. So I just wanted to take a moment to kind of talk to you a little bit about that. That's why I came to the training base, just because it was kind of quiet, and I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about those things. EVPs with 2x videos covering both angles are the best. Well, and again, this is where I talk about. I've always talked about. There's really a couple different styles of investigations. So what you're talking about is it's a true way. So this is the style of investigating that you're talking about when you have multiple angles, along with EVPs. You have multiple instruments. That's when you're trying to do confirmation, and cross confirmation or cross validation. That's when you start getting more into good night, honey. My wife was like, she was texting me and telling me she's going to be going to bed. I'm actually going to be ending here real soon myself, but I'm just finishing up this paranormal discussion. But I love you, baby. So, but yeah, like, there's different types of investigators. So the way I look at it is, like, if you're a team, if you're going out on a hunt, and you want to, it depends on your goals. So if you're going to go and investigate for, like, a residential customer, like somebody that's being haunted, they need help, that's usually when you're going to set up multiple devices, multiple angles. You're trying to be more scientific. You're really trying to help that person out. If you're going to go film a YouTube video and you're just going to go what I call a ghost hunt, that's really when you're just going to take minimal equipment. You're going to go out. And that's what a lot of these YouTubers do. So I can't always fault them, because again, I've gotten to where I'm doing a lot of, like, ghost hunts versus paranormal investigations. So there's a difference. And I don't like to knock all of that. Yes, you can go out and do hardcore investigations and try to prove that you're not faking anything. But a lot of times, though, even these guys, they'll set up multiple camera angles just because of their production quality. They'll set up multiple angles anyways, and they still find ways to fake it or whatever, and that's just all part of the game. But if you really want to find out about actual investigations, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Alright, I am going to do one more. I'm just going to do one more game, just a basic game for anybody that's still watching as I talk. And here we go. This is just a basic game while we talk. But yeah, it just depends on what you're trying to accomplish. That's what I tell people. And there's nothing wrong with the entertainment thing. I think sometimes we get a little quick to judge some of these people, but I do believe in if you like the Shape, if you look up the YouTube channel The Shape, he's a debunker, or even the World of Mr. Gray. They do a lot of debunking, so that's kind of nice. But there is one thing I do agree with when it comes to The Shape. One of the views that we both agree on is that if you're gonna fake stuff, okay, then putting entertainment purposes is not 100% acceptable, because I mean, even if I go out on a ghost hunt and film it and put it out there, I put that in my description for entertainment purposes, but I don't have fake content in there. Now, there is something to be said. If you're going to fake it or something, then you really need to put in there fictional content included, blah blah blah. Don't try to pass it off as fake, because one of the points that's made by The Shape is that you could be watching a video and you see these investigators and they're like, oh man, this is really devastating my family, blah blah blah. And so people are like sending them prayers and sometimes donating them money, thinking that they need to use this money to help their family. Ooh, we got a footprint. So we got footprints. Okay, I'm gonna mark that. Oop. Leave a note. The fake stuff. So just like they're watching the real stuff as opposed to boat hunting, the fake stuff is frustrating. It just motivates me to want to do it. Yeah, and that's the thing. And that's what I was trying to explain, is that it really is preference. I think that it's acceptable for people to do these type of fictional reality style, as long as they make clear that it is fictional. I think that's fine. If you as a viewer are like, hey, I want to watch real stuff, it's going to be tough. It really is. That's why I do try to recommend like Virginia Paranormal Investigations, like people that I know that don't fake their stuff. Or you can watch my investigations, which I don't have a ton of them, but I've got some for sure. Now my show on Paraflix, it has fictional elements in it because it's a show. It's a hybrid. It's not a reality series in that sense. It's reality based, but there's like a plot. There's other elements. There's fictional elements in it, but it also has the warnings in there. Versus like my YouTube stuff where I put up my real investigations or things. Like, I just met, this is crazy, but here's my ghost book. Right in it, maybe. Oh crap. A 5 and a 0. 5 and a 0. Alright, 5 and a 0. Footprints. There. Oh, this might be a Jingxi. We might end on a Jingxi tonight. Alright. Ooh, we got crying. Hear it? That's the wailing right there. Leave a note. Ghost, leave a note. Okay. Tell us about yourself. Or tell about yourself. take a voodoo doll. Alright. We really don't need those, but... Okay, so... Oh, he didn't write anything there. Ouija board, crying. Okay, so we got some stuff narrowed down. Oh, since it's probably the Jingxi, we need to look at protection. So looks like I can get away with incense because it has multiple usage, even though it's going to tick them off. I like the Ouija board. It's the only game I can still play with my grandma. So, if you like Ouija boards, then I don't know if you go online at all, but you should look at we have an Etsy shop. If you go to Etsy, you can go to, it's all one word, BeyondDeVeil Designs. Beyond, it's all one word. So Beyond, DEVEIL Designs. So BeyondDeVeil Designs. If you look up our shop, my wife makes amazing handmade Ouija boards. They're gorgeous. She's got ice crystal type designs. She's got dragon type designs. Just amazing boards. So if you like Ouija boards, we also have her TikTok is BeyondDeVeil. You just looked it up. They look amazing. Yes, thank you. Yeah, she does amazing work. And if you want to see more, just go to BeyondDeVeil on TikTok. I think it's BeyondDeVeil on TikTok. I have to look real quick for you. I'm trying to remember. It's BeyondDeVeil 2022. So if you go there, you'll see more boards. We typically post more on there than we get on the Etsy shop, than we put on the Etsy shop. So we'd like to put them on TikTok, and then after a while, we'll put them on Etsy. Take a voodoo doll. Leave a note. Alright, well, we got a skull. Tell about yourself. Okay, and we got side to side. So skull and side to side. Alright. Ouija board, side to side, so it's older. Notebook is a skull, so it's definitely a Jingxi. And the voodoo doll, I'm going to say it doesn't interact. I tried a couple times. Take a voodoo doll. Okay. Let's go see if we can guess this. Alright, there we go. Now we got holy fire and salt. Holy fire and salt. Holy fire and salt. Regular salt, okay. Holy fire is first. Now it says we need to... Okay, we definitely need... Oh god! That scared me. Oh god, here we go. Gotta try to hopefully hit with some holy fire, I think, right? Yeah. Jesus Christ, that scared me. Oh my god, that scared me. Oh! Got him. Okay. Yeah, he peeked around the corner, so I hit him with some salt. Alright. And I think I have to use the mirror. Yeah, summon the spirit using the mirror. So I guess I just... Okay, there we go. I'll see, I guess I just hold it until it says. Alright. So... Photo of the drawing, photo of the ants on the board. Okay, so we gotta take some photos of the stuff. Oh, camera's in there. Have you played Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal Investigations? No, I don't think I have. Did I get credit for both? Okay, I did. Alright, so the last thing was summon. We gotta do Holy Salt, Fire Salt. Holy Salt, Fire Salt. Holy Salt first. I really enjoyed it. Very different to this style of ghost hunting game. Yeah, I played Phasmophobia. Oh god, oh god. Ugh! I don't want to just turn around. What? Yeah, Phasmophobia was fun, but I've been really hooked on this lately. It's just, I don't know, I really like this. Not like Phasmo. It focuses on identifying the type of ghost, gathering genuine evidence. You don't get hunted or anything. I mean, I'll have to check it out. Right, like I said, right now I've been playing this just because. See, my wife loves when I get scared. I don't like to get scared, but she likes when I react to scary things. So she likes when I play scary games, and she found this for me, and she knew I would like it because it also had sort of like a ghost hunt element, like solve the mystery and that kind of stuff. So it's been really fun, you know. I really enjoyed it. Oh god, here we go. Holy Salt. Oh, I did Holy Salt. Oh god, oh god. Ugh! There we go. Fire Salt, Withering Light. Oh god, out of my way, out of my way. Out of my way. Okay, so I've got to hit him with Withering Light, and then I can catch him. Five popcorns out of 5 would recommend. Yeah, like I said, we honestly, when it comes to games, my wife pretty much controls which ones, because like she'll line them up for me. So like once I get done with, when I get this, right now we've really been enjoying this, and it's really been good on a lot of levels for us. It's been really fun. And then eventually, I think there was some other game too that was recommended to us. I can't remember, like Boofies or something, or I don't remember. And then of course, but like anytime you recommend something, like my wife will usually put it like in the queue. So we try to get to different games every once in a while. We'll switch it up. The Minister of War and Finance. Just check out the vids when you get a chance. I'm sure you'll. Yeah. I got like, and again, well, see, and here's why. And let me explain, because, you know, my wife, like I said, she's my amazing partner. We've been together doing this stuff forever. She's my soulmate. So what's cool though is that, see, I try to go into these games blind. Like when I first started playing Ghost Watchers or Madison or Afflicted, whatever games I've played, I that's why she'll find them. Like she'll research and she'll watch the videos. She'll make sure, and then if she's like, yeah, this game looks like it would be for Josh or whatever, then she'll be like, hey Josh, here's the next game. And like she won't tell me until like that day, and then she'll be like, or like right before I go to stream, and then she'll be like, here's the game, go set up the stream. You know, so that's usually how that works. But I just wanted to explain that. All right, so Withering Light, here we go. Withering Light and the Ghost Trap. Okay, so now I'll say we're gonna have to trigger. Gotta get him ticked off at us. Okay, here we go. I've got to go capture him. Oh, he just ran in here. Where'd he go? Oh God, there he is. Oh, got him. Awesome. So we just did that, guys. All right, now we're gonna go in here. It's 4:30 a.m. I don't know where you are, but I am gonna be going to bed here in a second. So, but yeah, honestly, and this is just for everybody watching, we do try, like, we actually try, like, to be genuine when it comes to when I play these games. Believe it or not, like, I don't cheat. I don't like go and look up the videos. Now, if it's a game that I've seen in the past, like if it's an older game and maybe I've seen like Markiplier or Jacksepticeye or somebody play, then you know, now sometimes I forgot what the game is about or whatever, so sometimes the reactions I'll still try to play them. But a lot of these games, like Ghost Watchers, which has been out, I don't know, what, 4 months now or so. Some of these games I've never heard of or never seen play. I try to avoid not like if I see a YouTuber that is playing a scary type of game, I just avoid it. I won't click on it or whatever. So we do try to keep that. And like I said, and I let Terry Lynn, my wife, I like to let her pick the game that she wants to watch, because she will watch other gamers like Hollow or whoever, and she'll watch them play it and make sure that it's a game that, because some games end up being a little either too cheesy or I don't know, just whatever, might not meet the standards or whatever. And but then when she finds a game, she'll be like, hey, so 8:30 p.m. where you're at, yeah, it's 4:30 a.m. so I'm pretty well. But again, I like to end down here. Again, you guys can see some of the other ghosts that we've captured. Again, I've captured them all. They're all terrifying in their own right. And yeah, I've actually got what? So let me look and see. We got 6, 11, 18, 26, 35, 39, 41, 47, 50, and 56. So I've caught 56 56 successful hunts. So there we go. Awesome. Maybe there's a stat somewhere and I didn't even have to count them myself. But alright guys, so where are we going to end the video tonight? Well, I don't know. Let's end it in the library. Why not? We haven't ended it in the library yet. So guys, I just want to say thank you, as always, to my wife, but thank you to Trashy Panda also for being there in the chat tonight. Enjoyed. If I missed anybody else that popped in the chat, I apologize again when I get playing. But guys, thank you so much. Please subscribe. You guys have been helping grow this channel and helping me again, you know, accelerate my paranormal career again, getting back into everything. But as always, you can email me. You can, you know, I've got Facebook. Just look up the Everything Paranormal Show on Facebook. We got the page, the group, Instagram, I think TikTok, all that stuff. I think TikTok, I can't even remember what all that stuff is, but guys, if you are interested, I think TikTok is, I know it's kind of different. Oh, it's called Tep's Ghost Hunting. TEPS Ghost Hunting. So Teps Ghost Hunting is the TikTok. And Instagram is... What is Instagram? My Instagram is Everything Paranormal Show. Without the THE. Just Everything Paranormal Show. So, anyways. So all that social media, all that stuff. I think all those are in the description anyways. But anyways, guys. We'll see you in the next video, guys. And remember, seek the truth.